I am Baymax. Ho, ho, ho. Oh no.
Hi guys, finally got around to seeing Big Hero 6. It's only just been released here in New Zealand on Boxing Day. So even though it was released back in October in the United States, they seem to be doing a gradual rollout across the world in different regions. But we finally got it here just after Christmas. Big Hero 6 starts off again with a nice fun note. It just builds on from there. Straight away you get an impression of San Francisco, Tokyo. I probably pronounced that wrong, but in terms of its visual style, you just can't get any better. The mashup between East and West, just the general feel of the city, and there's some scenes during the movie that definitely are intended to show this off, which I think are highly amazing. Sort of reminds me of some of the 3D animated work done in some of the Ghost in the Shell movies. The themes of this movie are pretty much of loss or death and revenge. Basically, this is in some ways a revenge story and dealing with loss of loved ones. The villain comes to play into that sort of realm of things. In terms of character development, I think we get a really good sense of Hiro and Baymax and the relationship and between Hiro and his family, and that is pretty much what's mainly focused on here in this movie. They spend a lot of time setting up that relationship, and it becomes obvious why probably just at the end of the first act. A lot of the other characters are introduced quite organically and become big players. They're not overly developed, but I don't think you really needed them to be in this stage, because I think this is definitely going to be the first in a series of movies which they can start to examine some of them in a bit more detail. In terms of the character design, I really enjoyed the pseudo superhero outfits and the use of technology and science, because essentially these are all science key and heavily involved in engineering, and it becomes quite apparent quite soon that the animators and the designers here have just really gone out to give the viewer a beautiful visual treat. The villain in this, is a little bit weak in terms of character development. It looks fantastic. I love the design. Just the way we get to him and his motivations, they're just a little bit on the nose. Could have been done a slightly different way, I think, or maybe slightly altered and may have come across a bit stronger. Big thing in this movie is humour. And Baymax is used as pretty much the tool for the humour in this movie. Some of the moments during this film are just quite funny. It's great fun. It's obviously Disney, so it's designed for kids, so it's nice and bright and fun the whole way through it. As Disney and Pixar have been doing for years, they've been adding a lot of adult themes and elements to it. Very much in the vein of Pixar, since John Lasseter's taken over Disney as a whole in their animation business. Disney films now have tended to skew more towards the Pixar model, where this is again, this and probably Wreck-It Ralph are probably two really good examples which you could put Pixar in front of the name and you wouldn't know any different. As well as they're trying to also incorporate some of their other properties. This Big Hero 6 is actually originally a Marvel property, and they've introduced elements in here which sort of pay homage to what they've been doing in the live action world without stepping on its toe. There is a nice cameo in there which I think people will pick up on, and if they stay till after the credits gets paid off. Really fun. It falls down a little bit when it comes to its villain, but I forgive it because of just the strong sense of the rest of the characters and just the overall storyline and plot. So I rate it a solid 7.5, 8 out of 10. Really strong movie. Cheers. Catch you later.